What's our mouths? It's your boy Alphas are made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And we talking about Ring of Power presented by Amazon. And I want to tell y'all how I feel about this show. We're going to just get into it. This show is beautifully stunning, amazing, stupendous, completely just an amazing show to look at. It is the most expensive show they ever put together. And I tell, right? This is one of the most expensive shows that Amazon has ever put together. Mostly any show. This looks better than most movies. Visually stunning. Everything behind the show. The characters, the fire, the trolls look like they just look scary. The animals look frightening. All of that stuff. They all look very intense. So if you into the visually stunning aspect of all of that, if you are into that kind of thing, this show would be amazing for you. It would be incredible for you to watch visually stunning. But this show reminds me of Dune, right? Dune is the most visually stunning show, and I see no flaws in the writing. It just doesn't do it for me. This is the episode 1 and 2 review. I feel like it can pick up the way Doom picked up at the end. So I'm gonna keep watching them. We'll keep getting reviews on it. But as of right now, the show is very slow. This review is gonna start coming out on Thursday nights. But yeah, the show is very slow. It's very not in like I don't care about none of the characters. Like I did a show called Rap by Issa Rae. The show is not the most best written show. It's not the most well written show you can see, but it is vehemently, how should I say this? It is vehemently interesting because of the characters, right? You care about Mia and Shauna. This show, Galadriel, Elrond, those characters that you normally see. I kind of like Prince Dublin. He was interesting. He came toward the end of episode 2. Yeah, Poppy Doc. You have all these Finrod. They came from Valinor. The story basically is about the Lord of the Rings, and it's about the I think the beginning of the second era after they beat Morgoth, and when the General Sauron is still around, and Galadriel is representing her brother Finrod, who basically raised her, and he died at the trying to beat Sauron, and so her goal is throughout the show is to make sure that no evil is left. What her brother started, she wants to make sure she finishes or she dies trying. And really, that's what the story is based off of. You start meeting different characters. You start meeting Arendor, actually black elf, an elf that's black, and he's in love with this woman named Bronwyn, and her brother Theo has the weapon of Sauron. But you go through these characters and you slowly building them. And like I said, one of the biggest people is Elrond. You see, he goes meet the dwarves. He just change it, and all these characters are kind of interesting, but you're not like invested in them yet. It's not there yet. Now, visually stunning can keep you in the show, but it's not like the greatest story ever so far. But it might be a slow build. It might be just a slow build. It might just be the way they are presenting it. You know what I mean? So let's go to what's going on in the show and get to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. This is just my thoughts on the show. This is just my thoughts. You see a lot of cool things like the big old fish. I forgot what they call the fish, but the fish is essentially like it has like a boat ship on the back and it attacks the people. One of the girls push Galadriel off, and then they all get eaten, and then the one part of the ship that stays is by a guy named Halbrand, and now him and Galadriel is on this journey back, and the show ends with Galbrand and them getting onto this ship with a person we can't see. So we haven't gotten to the crux of the show, but I feel like it's just starting toward the end of the show, right? We are just starting to get in on what the show is really about. I just want to give a short reaction. I don't want to give too long, but like I said, the show is visually stunning. The trolls look amazing. I think the characters have potential. It's just none of them captivate me yet, right? Like I watch it, And it's not like a bad story. Nobody can say it's a bad story. It's a slow story. And if it doesn't like make you care about in a slow story, the problem with it in a slow burn story that the first thing you want is you want to connect with the characters as quickly as possible in a slow burn, right? This show you don't like Galadriel is the main character and we don't see her often. And it feels like she's not the most important person in the world. It's so much. You got King Gilgalad. He seems like if you know this anything about the Lord, you know he's a very powerful king. You know the story from the Lord of the Rings. It tells the story. If you know from the Hobbit, you know the story of King Gilgalad and how his son, the one is cut off the ring of Sauron, and he had it and he lost it in the river. So you meet him in this show. It's cool. So you get to see like some of those older characters. That's one cooler thing. So if you're into the lore, you meet. But that's the on the show. Let me know. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. I do a short reaction. I just want to give y'all a little short, how I felt about the show and all that. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Have a good day. Peace.